Today I'm going to show you 5 structures in Spanish, verbs, well actually 6 because I'm going to give you one extra one at the end. And with these 6 structures you will be able to build hundreds or thousands of phrases, sentences. And that's going to really help you express yourself and communicate in Spanish. And the best part is, these 6 structures are really easy to do. They all work with infinitives, the basic form of every verb. So we're going to pick 6 verbs and then we're going to start building phrases. For example, we could choose the verb viajar, to travel, trabajar, to work, salir, to go out, to get out, to leave. We can also add something else like decir algo, to say something, ir al supermercado, to go to the supermarket, and, for example, hablar con Ana, speak to Ana, talk to Ana. So these are the 6 infinitives we're going to be using for the structures. And now let's see the structures, which are also verbs. But these verbs have to be conjugated depending on the subject. We will talk about that in a moment. For example, the first one would be quiero, I want. And I could say quiero viajar, I want to travel. And now we just need to change the infinitive to express what we want, the action. Like quiero trabajar, I want to work. I don't know when you would use that one, because nobody wants to work, but that's a phrase in Spanish. O quiero salir, I want to go out. O quiero decir algo, I want to say something. Quiero ir al supermercado, I want to go to the supermarket. Quiero hablar con Ana, I want to speak to Ana, I want to talk to Ana. Easy, right? So now you can build so many phrases just with this. Quiero and an infinitive, that's it. Let's say you want to cook. Quiero cocinar. That's it. Easy. Let's see another one that is very common and very useful. Puedo. Puedo means I can. And it's the same as before. Puedo viajar. I can travel. Puedo trabajar. I can work. Don't forget you can also use it as a question. Puedo salir? Can I go out? Puedo decir algo? Can I say something? ¿Puedo ir al supermercado? Can I go to the supermarket? ¿Puedo hablar con Ana? Can I talk to Ana? Alright, so now we have 2 structures. And again, you just change the infinitive to express what you want, the action you want, and that's it. That would be a correct phrase, correct sentence. Another one is voy a. I'm going to. Same thing. We say voy a viajar. I'm going to travel. Voy a trabajar. I'm going to work. Voy a salir. I'm going out. Voy a decir algo. I'm going to say something. Voy a ir al supermercado. I'm going to go to the supermarket. And in Spanish, it's very common to use both. Voy a and then ir. I'm going to go. Or voy a hablar con Ana. I'm going to talk to Ana. Very important. Voy a. Don't forget a. We don't say voy trabajar, voy viajar. Don't say that. Don't forget a. So we have 3. Another one that is super useful. Tengo que. I have to. Also, don't forget que. Tengo que viajar. I have to travel. Tengo que trabajar. I have to work. Tengo que salir. I have to go out. Tengo que decir algo. I have to say something. Tengo que ir al supermercado. I have to go to the supermarket. Tengo que hablar con Ana. I have to talk to Ana. Do you see how this works? It's quite easy, quite simple, right? And just imagine how many phrases you can build now. But that's not all. Let's see 2 more. And the last one, I don't hear a lot of people, a lot of learners use, and is actually quite useful too. But before that, we have me gustaría. Me gustaría means I would like to, when you want to express a wish. And the same, me gustaría viajar. I would like to travel. You can even make the sentences longer by adding things after the infinitive. For example, me gustaría viajar a Japón. I would like to travel to Japan. O me gustaría trabajar en Japón. I would like to work in Japan. Me gustaría salir. I would like to go out. Me gustaría decir algo. I would like to say something. Me gustaría ir al supermercado. I would like to go to the supermarket. Me gustaría hablar con Ana. I would like to speak to Ana. Alright, and then we have the last one, and this one is something that we use a lot, but learners don't use it too much because we use the imperfect of the verb to go. Iba, iba a. Iba a means I was going to. Like, iba a viajar. I was going to travel. Or iba a trabajar. I was going to work. Iba a salir. I was going to go out or I was going to leave. Iba a decir algo. I was going to say something. Iba a ir al supermercado. I was gonna go to the supermarket. So we use this to express a plan that we didn't do yet or something we were going to do, but at the end we didn't for some reason. Like, iba a hablar con Ana. I was going to talk to Ana. Means I was planning on going to talk to her, or I was going to talk to her, but at the end I didn't. Alright, so with those 6 structures, just imagine how many phrases you can build. But that's not all, because now you can also do the negative, but saying no. Like, no quiero trabajar. I don't want to work. No puedo viajar. I cannot travel. No voy a hablar con Ana. I'm not going to speak to Ana. No tengo que ir al supermercado. I don't have to go to the supermarket. No me gustaría viajar a Groenlandia. I wouldn't like to travel to Greenland. I don't like the cold. Or no iba a salir. I wasn't going to go out. I wasn't going to leave. And there's more, because by conjugating the first verb, only the first one, the infinitive stays infinitive. You can also talk about other people. For example, I could say, ¿Quieres viajar? Do you want to travel? ¿Puedes ir al supermercado? Can you go to the supermarket? ¿Vas a salir? Are you going out? Tienes que trabajar. You have to work. ¿Te gustaría decir algo? Would you like to say something? ¿Ibas a hablar con Ana? Were you going to talk to Ana? So by conjugating the first verb, you can talk about anyone. For example, I could say, queremos trabajar, we want to work. Ellos iban a decir algo, they were going to say something. Or ella tiene que trabajar, she has to work. We conjugate the first verb, and the second one is an infinitive. So we don't say, quiero viajo. The second one stays in infinitive. Quiero viajar, quieres viajar, queremos viajar. Not quiero viajo, quieres viajas, queremos viajamos. No. Alright, so now that you know these structures, just play with them, try to build sentences. If you want to try, drop some of them in the comments and I will read them and let you know if they are right or wrong. If you liked the video and you found it useful, please consider subscribing and liking the video so it can reach more people. And I will see you in the next one. Hasta luego!